Galimera, Galimera, Galimera. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And what a beautiful morning it is. Well, there's a few little clouds in the sky, but nothing to be duly concerned about. Amanda says in a concise weather forecast, today is going to be sunny with some cloud, highs of 20. However, it will feel like 21. So if you notice, the temperature is going down. However, we have got beautiful sunshine today. It's a good day for washing, I've got to be honest. So the washing is out at the moment. Chickens are all running around as always, putting us under siege at the moment. The pussy cats this morning are eating really, really well. But all in all, it's an absolutely glorious day here in Zakynthos. And once again, a big shout out to Marie Hadelberg over there in Sweden. Also Andrew the Fridge Watkins over there in Wales. And who else have we got looking in as well? Alf Ling as well is tuning in. And there's somebody else whose name has not appeared. But anyway, there you go. That's the weather for today. Absolutely glorious. I'm not sure what it's like in the UK at the moment, but it is absolutely fantastic here today. Olives are all in now from the looks of it. And if you look over there on our grapes, you'll notice the olive nets are laying out there, drying out after they've been finished in their use. So all in all, Galimera Ginge from Madame Exmoor. Hello Shane, mate, nice to see you looking in as well. Right, let's have a quick look at the news for today. I've got to be honest, the news is quite interesting today, to be quite honest. Things been going on within the last 24 hours. First of all, as always, let's just have a quick look at the COVID infection rate in the last 24 hours. Well, some good news is that the infection rate has started to decrease slightly. Yesterday, I did say there were 7,105 new cases. Well, today I can report that that number is down. 6,801 new cases reported across the country. That's the total now so far since the pandemic started, to 815,068, of which 50% of those are male. 8 new cases were identified after checks into the country. That was up on yesterday, where we had 5 detected. Now, when it comes to the islands, it's quite interesting the way the numbers are going on the islands at the moment. Anyway, Macardo has reported 12 new cases in the last 24 hours. That is up from 10. They're an island that is in the green. Corfu, they've had 82 new cases. That is up on the day before, where they had 76. That island is in the red. As for Kefalonia, they've actually had a drop today. 3 new cases reported there. That's down on 13 on the previous report. That island is in amber. And Zakynthos, we've had a slight decline in new cases. We were 28 on my previous report. The new figure now from yesterday is 23 new cases reported here on the island. And again, Zakynthos is still in the red at the moment as far as the local Greek traffic light system is. But in the overall realm of things within Europe, Greece is still in green at the moment. Right, let's have a look at deaths at the moment. The death rate at the moment, that has dropped slightly as well. Yesterday I reported 70 new deaths across the country. Today I can report 67 new deaths across the country, bringing the death toll now up to 16,560. 95% of all those people had underlying diseases or were over the ages of 70. And once again, our condolences to those families that are affected at this time. Moving on to critical cases. Well, critical cases are still creeping up. 489 reported to you on my last report. Today, 503 cases. Critical cases in hospital. Of the 503, 314 are male, 189 are female. The average age of those people is about 66 years of age. 82% of those have underlying health conditions or are over the age of 70. Now, when it comes to whether those people are vaccinated, 416 of them are unvaccinated. or partially vaccinated. That means they've had one dose. And 87 of those people are fully vaccinated. So again, that is the scores on the doors with COVID for today. Now, today's news then, the strike called by the umbrella union of the Greek Seamen's Union, the P&O, which disrupted ferry services between the mainland and the Greek islands, ended at 6 o'clock this morning after a proposal to extend their action was submitted by the Panhellenic Union of Merchant Mariners, but that was voted down on Thursday. So they are not going to extend their strike action. The ferries now should be back running normally, so you can now get off the island if you want to go somewhere. Also as well, the unions declared the 48-hour strike, which began at 6 a.m. on Wednesday, to push the collective wage agreements, salary hikes, and also other demands were among that in regards pensions and healthcare as well. So there you go. The ferries are back online again. The Health Minister, Thanos Pevlas, on Thursday said private doctors have until the end of the week to volunteer their services in state-run hospitals overwhelmed by the pandemic. Otherwise, they will be ordered to cover the positions needed. Now, next week, requisitions will be activated for certain categories, starting in northern Greece, the minister told the public broadcaster ERT, adding that the private doctors must immediately decide whether they are going to fill these positions voluntarily. Asked about Wednesday's teleconference with representatives of the country's private clinics, Plevis said that any vacant bed that is available in the private sector will be allocated to the national healthcare system when needed. He also said that the national healthcare system has a shortage of specialised critical care staff, not ICU beds. This is what happens when you get rid of staff who haven't been vaccinated, and now you have shortfalls in your system. So again, was that the right thing to do? I think not. All right. It's critical that emergency duty shifts are supported by private clinics, he said. Previs announced last week his plans to requisition the services of the private sector doctors from certain specialities in Attica to help fight the renewed surge in coronavirus infections if not enough health workers come forward voluntarily. I don't think there's any health workers who are going to come forward voluntarily, vaccinated or unvaccinated, at the moment. Once again, just to remind listeners who are not aware of the way things operate here in Greece, believe it or not, the military can actually step in and actually take control and basically order people then to come and work in the hospitals. That has not yet been implemented, but it is an option that the government has. However, that option has not been mooted publicly at the moment, but I would think privately it may be. You may remember last year that the military were activated to fill slots, and mobile hospitals, military hospitals, were put in place in car parks of certain hospitals. But we'll wait and see. But at the end of the day, you've gone ahead and fired all these people because they haven't vaccinated, and now you say you have a problem treating people because there is a shortage. This is not only going on here in Greece, but also going on in the UK and other countries where they've decided to sack people because they haven't had the vaccine. So again, we shall wait and see how that plays out as well. According to the most recent data, the profile of most of those rushing to get their shots for the first dose of the vaccine in Greece are younger people in areas that have low inoculation coverage. Now, with the infection rate soaring and analysm of vaccinations in areas around the country which hither have low rates of inoculation has demonstrated that the fourth wave of the pandemic has frightened many of those citizens who for months had hesitated or refused to get inoculated. I wonder if they were frightened or they were just coerced because obviously their lives were becoming difficult. Anyway, overall, since November the 1st, 1st, bookings have continued to rise exponentially with a total of 225,547 over the last 10 days. Now, more specifically, on November the 1st, a total of 13,087 new first dose appointments were booked. The number has risen to 39,973 by November the 8th and to 33,272 by November the 9th. Now, tellingly, appointments for the first dose in the prefectures of Greece with vaccination coverages of less than 50% have been Drama, Kilkis, Pella, Peris, Ceres, Ikla, West Attica. They have shot up, supposedly. Anyway, moreover, appointments for the first dose of the vaccine surged over the last 10 days in Drama with 2,402, Kilkis with 1,763, Pellas with 4,212, Peria with 3,132, Ceres with 3,962, Fakida with 825, Ilia with 3,142, and West Attica with 3,858. Now, Thessaloniki, which has almost been hard hit by the 4th wave and is also low in vaccination coverage, but not below 50%, heads the pack in first dose appointments with 2,014 new appointments being booked. Now, the above demonstrate that the restrictions imposed by the government, combined with the growing concern among the population, have played a catalytic role in increasing vaccinations among young people. Again, when you look at the restrictions that are in place at the moment, it makes you wonder whether they've just caved in and gone for the vaccination, or whether they actually are thinking about their health rather than the fact that we'll just have it because we want an easier kind of life. But anyway, I'm still holding out and not having the vaccine. Anyway, the Hellenic Statistical Authority, this is something not to do with COVID, you'll be pleased to know. The Hellenic Statistical Authority announced that inflation in Greece reached a 10-year high in October, amounting to 3.4% per year on year. Now, this is mainly due to the doubling of natural gas rates and hikes in fuel and food prices. The latter is expected to pile the pressure on vulnerable households that need to spend most of their budget on food purchases. Now, the cost of vehicle fuel has also grown by 22.3%, and electricity has also gone up by 18.9% as well. Now, there are now major hikes in food prices too. Olive oil and vegetables posted respective price increases of 22.1% and 9.3% last month. Continuing their rising streak, they are now joined on the price levels by potatoes, which has gone up by 9.1%, bread that's gone up by 3.9%, poultry's gone up by 8.5%, and fish by 7.9%. And in total, food and non-alcoholic beverages category showed a 3% price increase compared to 2020. Now, the last time inflation was above 3% in Greece was in October 2011. After that, the consumer price index saw a steady decline, and in 2013, the economy entered a period of deflation that lasted up until 2016. That's when things really started to buzz and things started to improve very much so here in Greece as we were coming out of the throes of the economic collapse in 2008. Anyway, the consumer price index slipped into negative territory in April 2020 for the first year, but this was because of the pandemic. So basically, it hadn't gone up, it hadn't gone down, it had basically just stayed the same. Now, international news leaves little room for optimism at the moment. while natural gas rates have started declining thanks to a change in Moscow's supply policy, that is not the case for global rates of a series of raw materials that are essential for food production. And I've got to be honest, there was something this morning, although I didn't read it in great detail, that the Ukraine at the moment is poised for an invasion by the Russians at the moment. The Russians are massing on the Ukrainian border. This is also to do with gas as well as expansion of power for Mr. Putin. So again, things are looking a bit shaky, and this will obviously have an effect on inflation and also fuel prices, and especially on gas as well. And finally, a bit of good news for you. Greece emerged the second best tourist destination in Europe after Italy, taking the silver in the 25th edition of the annual American Reader's Choice Awards for 2021. Now, this is organised by Worth Publication, and it's a bi-monthly travel magazine called Recommended. Anyway, Greece shared second place with, guess who? Ireland, yeah, the Republic of Ireland, yeah. The bronze medal was awarded. A third place went to Great Britain, who received a bronze medal for tourism there. Now, the poll was conducted online between July the 8th and the 31st of August, with more than 135,000 readers of the magazine making their choices in various categories, such as best destinations, hotels and resorts, travel agents, cruise companies, car rental companies, airlines companies, etc. And the Reader's Choice Awards are given each year to countries, travel and tourism agencies and other companies around the world that have established themselves in the terms of excellence while attracting the strong interest of the global tourism industry. So there you go. Even better news for next year. I have some news which I am not allowed to reveal at the moment, but things were happening yesterday. I've been speaking to people. I am not allowed to divulge anything at the moment, but all I'm going to say is we are going to be rocking next year, and as soon as I get the all clear to reveal what I know, or it appears first in the local media, I will let you know, and I will tell you what it is. But at the moment, things for next year hopefully are going to be good, because things provisionally at the moment are looking absolutely good for next year. Right, okay, let's have a quick look, see who else is there. Somebody said morning, send us some of that sunshine. Also, can I just say hello to Ian Booth? He's tuning in at the moment. Good morning, DJ Ginge. Can I also say a quick hello to Ian Thompson as well, and those people in Birmingham at the hospital where he's in at the moment. I forgot to mention you, Heartland Hospital in Birmingham. I forgot to mention you yesterday. I do apologise. I saw your message from the day before. So once again, get well, mate. Look forward to seeing you on Beats Radio again. And also, I hope things aren't too bad for you where you are at the moment, all right? And you are getting better and getting stronger. Just to remind you as well, don't forget, I am on air tonight with the Dance Anthem show. My Dance Anthem show from last week has done extraordinarily well after a slow start. I couldn't believe how high it has got. Not only that, it also reached number 96 in the global the global tech house chart, which is really good. So that show has done really well. I put it up online if you want to have a little click onto Mixcloud and have a little listen. But I will be back on air tonight at 7 p.m. UK time, which is 9 p.m. Greek time, with the Dance Anthem show. 2 hours of uplifting music, put you in a good muse. Remind you of happy times and great remixes of modern, current, upmarket, temporary, and also new tunes as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the reaction is to that. Right, that's it from me. Got a few things to do today. You take care, and if I hear of anything, I'll keep my ear to the ground and I'll let you know. Catch you later. Ta-ra.